So now we have the chance for a few questions that came from your fans.
Yeah, there are some insightful questions and some that you're perfectly welcome to skip.
Okay.
Okay.
And because, you know, I asked my audience and they're mostly like young adults or teenagers, so obviously there's lots of questions about booze and sex and farts. So again. All right, so is sleep better or worse in microgravity? And does that affect your dreams? Do you dream of being underwater, for example?
My dreams were normal. Not all astronauts say that. I did an experiment in space where they measured how well I slept, and it turns out I averaged 7 hours and 20 minutes of sleep per night, which is probably better than I do on Earth.
Yeah.
But I loved sleeping in space because I read a book every night before I went to sleep, and you know how your eyes get tired, and in gravity though, when your eyes get tired and your chin goes and you wake back up.
Oh, that doesn't happen, right?
In space it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
The only thing that happens is you start to relax, your hand lets go of the book, and if you wake back up, your book is still right there.
Yeah, nice.
Have you ever had a fist fight in space?
Have I ever had a fist fight in space? No, I wanted to a couple times.
Who doesn't?
It would be really cool to pretend though,
Yeah.
because you could, you know, do it in slow-mo and
Yeah.
And
I don't
then the
know
guy
if it
could-
would look cool though, because you need your feet planted on the ground to throw a punch. So
well, you plant him until he hits you, and then you use one foot to push off, and then
That'd be great. What would you do if you saw an alien spacecraft, but realistically, is there an official procedure that you would follow?
I've been asked this question before. There is no official procedure that I know of. People tell me there is, but if there is, I either slept through that training class
It happens.
or they never gave it to me because they wanted me to meet an alien and get taken off to some other galaxy. If I met one, my answer or my response would be simple. I'd stick my hand out and I'd say, "Hey, hi, how you doing?" And it would either shake my hand and try to respond to me, or eat me, or zap me with a laser beam. So I figure I'm going to try to be
Well,
friendly.
you're going for the handshake.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I would start by flashing a light.
would you?
Yeah, I'm too scared. Lots of action, reaction, Newton's law type of questions. If you sneeze in space, would your body go in the opposite direction?
Theoretically, if you sneeze or fart,
Yes.
you could move, but your mass is so big that the amount of thrust you create with a sneeze or a is really small.
Yeah.
Now, if you do one at the same time, somebody asked me if it would make you spin in a circle.
This is an actually legit question. What happens if you puke in your helmet when you're outside? Because it could happen.
I don't think it ever has happened. It certainly could happen. You know, we talked about sneezing. The first thing you would do if you felt you were going to puke is I would stick my head so far down into my suit that anything that came out of me was going to go down inside, but it would probably creep right back up, you know.
Yeah,
And then
things float.
And then you talk about aliens. That would be really gross.
So there's no like mechanism to vent the thing out or anything,
Well,
right?
you have a hole in your helmet, a valve you can open. It's a small hole. So the idea is if you puke in your helmet and you can't see, you can open that valve and the vacuum of space will suck everything out.
So a small icicle of puke would slowly form.
Space
is
If
amazing.
the chunks in the puke were small enough to get through the little hole.
Oh yeah, true.
Because if one of the chunks poked up the hole, that might be bad.
This is awesome, by the way.
Yeah, maybe we can go to a different category.
Yes, absolutely.
In the history of space travel and space discovery, how many astronauts have been in space? What's the total number?
I think the number is roughly 560-ish.
Okay.
And how many of them are US?
I think it's a guess again, but I think about 360.
And is it tough to become an astronaut?
No. I mean, they picked me, so it can't be too hard.
Is it competitive to become an astronaut?
It's very competitive.
What do you have to go through?
You have to fill out an application. If you're successful with your application, you'll make it to there are stages that you have to go through. And you don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but once you submit your application, if you get to a certain stage, someone will call you, and you will also hear about, in America, they're doing a background check. The U.S. government is checking your background. And if they check your background, they're going to go talk to people that you know. And so when you hear that, you know, your friend, hey, the FBI, they called me last night. They want to talk to me about you. And you go, yes!
I think that's the only scenario that you can go yes.
Yeah, well, I mean, for some of them, they go, uh-oh.
Yeah.
But when you get to that point, that's really good, and you get really excited, because now the next thing that'll happen is you come to Houston and you get interviewed. And the interview is when they actually meet you possibly for the first time. You have to show them and sell yourself. And that is a key milestone. So just so you know, I applied 15 times to be an astronaut.
Oh.
I did not get interviewed until my 13th year, the 13th try. I applied every year for 13 years, finally got interviewed, still didn't get picked, and when I eventually got picked in my 15th try, which is a U.S. record, by the way.
Wow.
Return from a long stay in space, are there any habits you can't get rid of? For example, do you leave things in midair and get surprised when they fall down?
Sometimes. My beautiful bride Susan here in the front row made us use plastic dishes for 2 weeks after I landed the first time. And then my son Cole would tell you that my big space moment, I didn't drop anything precious, but I used to take my baseball hat off and set it right here. And expect it to stay, and it would drop down to the ground.
Cool. So it does happen. Great. What's the etiquette on privacy in the ISS? I mean, do you accept that there is no privacy? Is there privacy?
You can have privacy. The station's pretty big these days. It's about the size of the inside of a 747. And I had a private sleep station, and all the astronauts and cosmonauts have a private sleep station. So at the very least, you can go into that refuge and be by yourself.
Yeah. Okay. Do you play any practical jokes on each other? Zero G seems like the perfect place for some original pranks.
Yes.
Oh.
So my Russian crewmates configured the communication system one night, and they did not set it back to the proper configuration before they went to bed. So as I flew over South America in my sleep station, sound asleep, we went over South America, all of a sudden the radio started playing mariachi music, and I heard people arguing with each other in Spanish and having conversations on the telephone, and it woke me up, and I couldn't sleep because the pass was about 20 minutes, right? So the next morning I go to breakfast and I'm complaining, Fyodor, Oleg, last night I couldn't sleep because I kept hearing Spanish music and Spanish people talking, and they both start laughing. And then Fyodor looked at me in his good English and he said, Clay, we sorry.
Something on this, which follows on this. I mean, you've spent, in one occasion, 150 days in space. Mm-hmm. And I know there is a routine. You have to work for 6 or 7 hours every day. You have to exercise. You have to sleep. And then there is some leisure time, right?
Right.
Does it ever get boring?
Not really. I was only bored a couple times. It was on the weekend, on Sunday, when you don't have to work. Sunday is a free day. You still have to exercise, and you still have to sleep if you want to, but the rest of the day is free. And I felt kind of bored, and I'm not sure why, but I tried to load gaming software on one of our laptop computers. I wanted to, I don't play games very much, video games, but I wanted to play Tiger Woods Golf, okay? It took 4 hours to load that game onto a laptop in the International Space Station. 4 hours.
So the space station is like the 90s?
Yeah, well, actually, I think it might be more like the 80s.
Yeah,
but
pretty much.
It's pretty far behind. The laptops you guys have today, to send it into space would take 2 to 3 years to validate, test, check, make sure it was not a hazard to going into space. Typically, the Russians, though, it's up there.
Have you ever had an Apollo 13 type moment, like an, oh crap, I might actually not make it through this moment? Did anything ever go seriously wrong?
Nothing went, thank God, seriously wrong. But in my first week on board the station, the shuttle crew that docked and dropped me off, their job was to add a new solar panel.
Okay.
They went outside after the solar panel was put in place with a robotic arm. They went in their spacesuits outside, and we unfurled the solar arrays after we had connected the electrical cables. As soon as the solar array saw the sun, it generated electricity, and that electricity went shooting through the station, and one of the Russian boxes that controlled all of their computers burned out. It couldn't handle the current that was going through, so it just went burn. All of their computers died. And you can't stay on the space station if all your computers die. So Fyodor and Oleg went down, they opened the panel, they cut the 2 wires that went to that box, they pulled that box out, they spliced the 2 wires, and within 2 days, all the computers were working again. So I didn't have to go, but I was really worried, and they even called my wife and said he may be coming home in a couple days.
I have 2 questions, a silly one and a less silly one. Which one would you like me to go with first?
Silly?
Okay. Out of these 550 astronauts in the last 50 years in space, has there any been recorded a 2-person involved sexual encounter?
Oh, correct. One of the most asked questions from my Instagram feed, by the way.
Really?
Well, we did have a love triangle.
Oh, triangle.
Whoa.
Between a male astronaut and a female astronaut and a military female astronaut. Or not, no, military female, sorry.
Okay.
And so the male astronaut flew on a flight with the female astronaut while he was dating the female astronaut and the military female. The female astronaut found out about the military female, and as the story goes, put on a diaper, drove from Houston to Florida with a pepper spray.
Oh, yeah.
Confronted the female military officer in the parking lot with the intent of spraying her in the face with pepper spray. She was arrested. They were both, they're done.
So I have one question. Did she wear a diaper so that she wouldn't have to stop on the way?
Yes, that is
so NASA.
The story. Wear a diaper, you don't have to stop, even though you're getting gas, but you can pee while you're standing up and putting the gas in the car.
Right, okay. The serious one is the following. How does it make you feel being in that very privileged and unique position in the history of mankind? You know, 500 people in the history of mankind who can observe planet Earth from a distance, and how does, I don't want to make it a closed question by using the words privileged or non-privileged. How does it make you feel about the future of our planet and about, you know, the value of Earth?
To be able to see the planet Earth is a tremendous privilege. It is. And to see the beauty with which it's constructed. And I'm a firm believer that it's not random. All that being said, I would tell you that every human being on Earth needs to do 2 things, in my opinion. They need to take a trip to space to see the Earth from that perspective. And 2, they need to go to a third world country to see how life exists there for additional perspective, because I believe it will help change all of our perspectives and that we'll work better together.
With this, I would like to thank our guests for tonight. Mikeius. Thank you. And astronaut Clay Anderson. And thank you for watching Celebrity Science. You can find more information about space and Clay's work at the bottom of this screen. And you can link to follow our YouTube channel here. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.